What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel for episode number 1 of Doki Doki Literature Club. Now, I did a poll to see what games people want to see the most. I have some options, and here we are. So, I have not played this game before. I just do know of some of this game. It's a horror game. Sounds stupid to say. It's a horror game, dating sim, story game. Where your choices will matter, and that's kind of the gist of it. So, if you guys are new here to the channel, hello, hi, how are ya? My name is Solus Chimera. Solus Chimera, however you choose to say the name. This is a variety gaming channel, so if Doki Doki Literature Club is something you sure as hell don't want to see, I'm sure I have something else on the channel you would like to as well, different. So, without further ado, we're going to hop right into a game. So if you guys are new here to the channel, consider subscribing. It's absolutely free. You can unsubscribe at any point in time you want. Trying to build a nice, chill little gaming community over here. So, yay. Please enter your name. Can I fit the whole thing? We can't fit the whole thing. Do they have... Nope, they do not have their own... Okay. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Sayori? My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend that you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh. Wait. What is happening? Why will not? It's not. There we go. Jesus. I'm reading this whole thing just oblivious to what's being recorded. I overslept again, but I caught up to you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop waiting for you. I'll stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Solus Chimera. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. we cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Solus Chimera, have you decided on any club to join yet? A club? I already told you. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Ah, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did. In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. That's me. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or even have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming neat in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Buzz off. I'll look out for a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little bit? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yippee! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her? I don't know what relent means. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before you know it. I wish there was voiceover. I really don't like reading all this so much. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I guess. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the class. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well...
I'm not sure I understand.
What? Shut up, Siri.
Stay under my thigh and be quiet. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Well, that you could come to my club. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm only 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yippee! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Soulless Chimera. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Ooh woo. Yuri, who appears comfortably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Soulless Chimera. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica is probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Soulless Chimera. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Then how about I make some tea as well? Can we get coffee? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! White fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. and then I follow. It's delicious. Icing on her face, I turn the cupcake around my finger. Wait, what? I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made them for you or anything. Huh? I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you. Baka. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returned to the table carrying a tea set. Fuck, look, for all the tea lovers out there, I'm not against tea, I just think it tastes like shit. Okay, coffee uplifts me, tea doesn't. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? No. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. What? That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Stop lying. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I thought I get choices. Do I not get choices in this game? Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader in the debate club yourself? Ha, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguments about the budgeting and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yep. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. I can't read that. I'm actually kind of blind. Wow, I actually can't see that. I can see, but it makes school events... I guess I can't read, it's just super blurry. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yep. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, I like to read manga on my free time. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way to answer that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds herself comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Jesus. Look, I'm just saying, I think there's been like I think there's like 2 or 3 books since I was coherent enough to read, and now, which I'm 22. I think during that time, like books, like not including manga, I think I've maybe read like 3 books. It's Marley and Me. There's always one I don't remember the name of, but I know it has a jellyfish book cover. And then something else. Like, I'm not including like Dr. Seuss books and shit like that. Like, I'm talking about like a book, right? Like a fat book. But yeah, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once to grasp something I can relate at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, never mind. That's right, you usually don't like to write about cute things, don't you? Oh, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Siddles? I am not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Dude, I feel like I'm just reading. Is there like... Wait, what's auto? What does auto do? Oh. So it'll automatically go. Okay. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities. Okay. Dude. I really don't know how to... like, dating sims I don't know how to play if they don't have, like... player interaction. You know what I mean? Like, there's not even choices for me to click on. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I don't even know what's going on now. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Wah. Looks quizzically at Monica. Quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Agreed. Isn't that right, Soulless Chimera? Ow, I got like an eyelash in my fucking eyeball, dude. Hold on. There's still one problem. Huh? What's that? I'm not a member, though. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Now they're gonna look at me pissed. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. They're all pissed. 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm sorry, I thought... Soulless Chimera. What? Come on. I'm defenseless against these girls. I don't have any... How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Wow! Yes! Yippee! Hey! So if anyone who has actually played this game, is there options? Like, do I get a choice in this game, or is it just gonna be like this the whole time until some wacky shit starts up? Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Soulless Chimera, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hee. Oh yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Soulless Chimera, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, sir. Sayori and I never walked home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yippee! With that, the two of us depart to the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. If anyone has been in a literature club before, what did you guys do? Or what do you do if you're still in school, right? Like, do you guys actually do, like, poems and shit? Or do you guys have more, like, extravagant activities? Oh. Oh. Well, I think right there is a pretty decent stopping point, actually, right? So in the next episode, we'll pick up, we'll write a poem and see what happens. So, like I said, if you guys are excited for this Doki Doki Literature Club playthrough, let's play, don't confuse that. And if you guys have, like, I guess, suggestions throughout this playthrough, let me know. But as always, I will see you all in the next one. Peace.